I have 3 unfinished rectangular pieces of wood. They come from Hobby Lobby, all in a pack. The biggest one measures 10.5 by 8 inches, and I'm going to take General Finishes Antique Walnut Gel Stain and a foam dabber. I get these in a pack from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to place the stain around the border and on the back side of all 3 of my unfinished pieces of wood. And then you could take a piece of paper towel and just rub in the extra gel stain. The middle size one is 8.5 by 6.5 inches, and then the smallest is 5 by 7 inches. Next, I have this distressed wood gray adhesive paper that comes from the Dollar Tree. I have 2 sheets of it, and I'm going to measure out the size I need to fit in the inside of each of these pieces of wood. Now you can see the wood has a raised border around it, so I need to measure the inside of my 3 rectangles. I'm using my straight edge to make some straight lines, and then I'm just using a pair of scissors to cut on the paper. Again, this paper came from the Dollar Tree. It's an adhesive paper, and it's called Distressed Wood in the color gray. I'm going to remove the backing and lay the paper down inside the pieces of wood. Now you want to make sure you rub it so that it adheres to the wood nicely. And you can see that we did not have to paint the entire inside of the board because we are covering over it with the adhesive paper. So once all of 3 pieces had the wood on the inside, I then have these little farm animals. I got them from Dollar General. They were $1 each. There's a cow, a pig, and a rooster. And I'm going to stand each animal in the center of the wood, starting with the cow. And I'm just using hot glue to hold this down. Then I have the pig. And I just face them in the direction they needed to be faced in based on where the tie was around their neck. Now this glue doesn't hold too well to this paper, but we're going to fix that towards the end. I have 2 pieces of wood here. They're 1 by 1 inches, and I cut them to 6 inches long. I painted them in some YSL ivory, and I'm going to glue my first one behind my cow. I'm going to add glue on top of that, and then I'm going to take my middle size board and adhere it to the top. I'm going to take my second piece of 6-inch wood, glue it behind the pig, and then I'm going to take my smallest piece of wood and set that on top. So now we're making this tiered tray using these really cute farm animals from Dollar General. And this is what it looks like so far. This is going to need more hold than just the glue. You can add a little screw at the top for reinforcement. And you can do this on each tiered area, and then I just took the farm animal and placed it in front of the screw. Now I wanted to make sure my tiered areas were nice and secure, so I'm going to take some Envirotex Light epoxy. There's several different brands that you can use, and I'm going to mix equal parts of part A and part B together. Once I mix it together, I mix it really well. And I'm just using a plastic spoon to stir it. And I like these red cups for measuring purposes. Once I had everything poured and stirred, I'm then going to just pour a very thin layer starting on my bottom tray. And you just want to make sure it covers all areas. Now this does take overnight to dry. And the biggest part when working with epoxy is you want to make sure that you mix those equal parts together. If you do not have equal parts of the part A and the part B, then it does not cure properly. So once I have that tier tray covered, I then moved up to the pig, and I repeated the same thing on all 3 tiers. This is just a very thin layer. You do not need it to be too thick. We have a few different projects working with the epoxy. If this is intimidating to you, There are several different projects you can do. You could start with something very simple. Then what I like to do is take my embossing tool and just lightly go over the epoxy. You can see that it kind of becomes more clear. It's because all those little bubbles are being popped by the heat. And then I finished it off by covering the top part with the epoxy as well. You want to get any drips off immediately so it does not dry hard on your project. You do want to make sure your paper's down on the wood nicely, or the epoxy will just seep under that paper. And I got my embossing tool right from Michael's. And there you go. We have this really fun farmhouse tier tray. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials over on our webpage. Have a great day.